Now it's time to download and review the Service Cloud Consultant Certification Exam Guide. So if you go to certification.salesforce.com, you want to look for the Credentials tab here. If you hover over that, it reveals the different types of credentials or certifications that Salesforce provides, and these are by role. And so we are interested in the Consultants link here, and these are the different consultant certifications that are currently available. Now the one that we are interested in is the Service Cloud Consultant link at the bottom here, and that takes us directly to the Service Cloud Consultant exam overview. Now you can see here the different statistics related to the exam and also some of the things that you should understand in order to pass the exam. But for example, there are 60 multiple choice questions on the test. One thing to note here at the front of this course is that you may have 2 to 5 additional unscored questions on your test, and that's Salesforce's way of testing out new test questions. They're not scored, and so when you take your test, if you have 62 to 65 questions, that's why. And then there's 105 minutes allotted for the exam. Here's the passing score, which is currently pegged at 67%. Registration fees can be found here in the available languages, prerequisites. So one thing to note is that this particular certification requires that you have an active and current Salesforce Certified Administrator certification on file. I have a course related to the admin certification, so if you're not certified as an administrator, I encourage you to complete that certification first before pursuing this one. So then here's Salesforce's recommendations for their own courses that are a lot more expensive than this one. And then as well, the main thing that we want to find here is the exam guide. Now if you click on this exam guide link, this will take you to the latest and greatest exam guide that is available for this particular certification. Now let me put this up on the screen and I'll show you briefly how the exam guide works. All right, so this particular exam guide at the time of this recording, I'm recording this during the winter 18 release cycle, but for some reason the summer 17 exam guide is the current one that's available. And so Salesforce does have 3 major releases per year. And so this exam guide will be updated with each release. So that's why I encourage you to grab the latest exam guide from certification.salesforce.com. So let me view this and show you the different sections of the exam guide. So you've got your table of contents, of course, and then some information about the Service Cloud Consultant program, and then the purpose of the exam guide. And here's an audience description as far as what a certified Service Cloud consultant should be able to do or know. And it's saying that a consultant needs to have 2 to 5 years of experience as a senior business analyst and has developed the skills outlined below. This course is designed to help you get to this point quicker than 2 to 5 years, and I've really tried to make this course thorough so that you can get experience, at least at a high level, with a lot of these concepts. And so you will have the ability to satisfy these different bullet points by the end of this course, and by supplementing your learning by going through relevant Trailhead modules, which I also have lectures related to optional Trailhead modules that you can complete in order to supplement this course and to get hands-on experience. These are practice activities I provide for you. So then here, once again, are the stats related to the exam in the exam guide, and recommended training and references. These are the same as what you found on the website. And here's where I really want to focus, and this is section 5 of the exam guide, is the exam outline. And so what I've done in this course is I've structured it to follow this exam guide section by section, and these are called, I shouldn't say section by section because that has actually confused students. They say, well, I'm on section 5, so what do you mean section by section? What I mean, or what I should say, are the different knowledge areas. And so each of these pie chart graphics with the current weighting for each represent the different knowledge areas. And so there's a section in my course corresponding with each knowledge area, and those go in order. And so I've structured the course to follow the structure of the exam guide knowledge areas. And so we've got sections related to industry knowledge, implementation strategies, the Service Cloud solution design, and then continuing onward, additional knowledge areas related to knowledge management, interaction channels, case management, and then finally contact center analytics All right, so finally, as you get to the tail end of this exam guide, you'll see sample exam questions. Now, these won't make a lot of sense if you're new to the Service Cloud. And what I've done is I've selected these sample exam questions and I've created lectures around each of these questions. And I've chosen to put these in the course right after the corresponding lecture that covers the topic that these questions are about. So this way you can learn more about these concepts, and then we'll visit these sample exam questions and I'll explain what the right answer is, what the wrong answers are, and why that is as well. And so students have found that a very helpful exercise, and it gives them a sneak preview of what the actual exam questions are like as well. And so be looking for the sample exam questions interspersed throughout this course. They don't fall in any particular order, but they fall in the order of where we're at in the course and the topic at hand. And so there's 5 total sample exam questions, and then you can see the answers to the sample questions here on the back end of the exam guide. And so then finally there's a note about maintaining your certification as well. I talk about how to maintain your certification towards the end of the course, along with some helpful tips about how to pass the test, how to prepare, and also a lot of things related to on-site versus remote test taking strategies. Now that we've downloaded and reviewed the Service Cloud Consultant Certification Exam Guide, it's time to dive into Salesforce, and we're going to assign the Service Cloud and Knowledge User feature licenses.